California Golden Seals that originated out of the Oakland Coliseum, a.k.a. generations later, the San Jose Sharks, okay? But no, I'm with you. I mean, you have to, when you associate sports movies, you definitely associate them with the season. That's the best they've been able to do. I haven't been able to find one that strikingly goes ahead and is played on New Year's Day, per se. This is New Year's Day. This is Christmas Day. Thanksgiving, for that matter, if you want to lump them into the holidays. So,
right.
Good stuff. All right. We have one more final topic you want to get to, and that's to be the new proposed rule that Major League Baseball is looking to improve, but more like sabotage. You want to elaborate on that before we close out the broadcast?
Yes, as we talked about earlier in the show, we talked about how Major League Baseball kind of slit one past the goalie and decided to create a new way to limit relief pitching. So what they are going to do is they're going to have a minimum of 3 batters before the manager could come on the mound and relieve them. As I said before, I just felt like it took away the game of strategy from baseball, because that's what it is. I mean, when you hear it play-by-play booths, when you hear guys like John Miller, Joe Davis, and of course Vince Scully when he was doing the Dodgers, if he wasn't talking about something off the field, he was talking about what was happening on the mound. That was the strategy point that we really enjoyed about, and now that kind of takes it away. Not to mention, that also makes the game longer, even though they're trying to say, oh, we're trying to make it shorter, so the pitchers now have a clock on them. But now you're coming to the point where now you're going into strategy. And I just feel like that's going to be a mess, and we're going to have a lot of conversation about it throughout the season. I don't like this rule. And Joe Girardi, Joe Madden, and Terry Francona, who all have rings on their hands, they don't like it either.
Well, they're old school baseball guys. I will mention this before we close out the broadcast. I am opposed to a pitch clock. I am. I don't care what anybody says.
I hate it.
I have a problem with that one. Yeah, I mean, the 3 hitter minimum, I don't know. I'm mixed on that one, but the pitch clock, forget it. Not buying that one. That's taking it to such a major extreme. It's ridiculous. All right. Anything else you want to add to it before we close out the broadcast?
Nope, I'm feeling pretty good.
Well, I love your energy, and I'm feeling really good as well. So, meanwhile, this Sports Exchange Special Edition is brought to you by the South Florida Tribune and the South Florida Tribune Broadcasting Network. Before we close out the program, Jake, why don't you give yourself a few shout-outs on how people can contact you and the platforms for what you're involved on?
You can tweet me at Rongholt Sports, that's RONGHOLT, or you can find me on anchor.fm/both sides of the story. We just had on Chris Krause of Hoops Rumors. We had a nice conversation about, where the NBA is at right now, what teams have surprised, which ones have become laughers. So we had a good time with that. Next week, we're going to have Steffi. She's from Across the Board podcast. She's going to be talking about the Buffalo Bills. So we got a lot coming up here as we continue to grow my podcast on Turning Points, where we go both sides of the story.
And if you want to get a hold of us as well, you can go to the South Florida Tribune on Facebook or on Twitter at the @Tribune South. So on behalf of Jake Rongholt, Jake, great job today. This is Scott Morganroth, the Motor City Madmouth. We look forward to bringing you on another edition of the Sports Exchange. And another thing I should point out, too, is Jake Rongholt will be on several different platforms on the South Florida Tribune network. So look for Jake all over the network. So meanwhile, Jake, great job today, and we'll do it again soon. Thank you very much, and have yourself a great day, everybody. Thank you.